Good morning. Let's see, somebody's already given me a thumbs up, and I thank you so much for doing that. I see the little hearts. Morning, ladies. Hello. Good morning, Nelda. Rachel, good morning. It's good to see you two ladies here this morning. I'm happy to see you. Rachel, I hope everybody in your household is doing well. Good morning to Connie. I'm glad to see you here. Good morning, Jackie. Well, it's not morning where you are, but I'm glad to see you. Hi, Rodney. Good to see you. Well, I hope everybody's doing good today. I got a lot of work to do this afternoon. Good morning, Diane. I'm happy to see y'all, all of you. You make my day. I did interrupted your online shopping. I'm going to tell y'all about that in a minute. I don't want to forget. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Rachel. Yep, love and prayers. Good morning, Peggy. How you doing? I watched some royal stuff last night, Jackie. For some reason, I found myself watching the Queen's funeral procession again. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Joy. Hi, Janet. You got an RV, Janet. You know, Brian has an RV. It's one of the really old ones, but he has had a wonderful time. What's not? Oh, I know, Jackie. The watching the funeral. The only reason I did it is because you put a picture of Beckham, the Beckham guy, and I think he's just absolutely wonderful. So I wanted to go back and yes, and I wanted to go back and see where they told us about him standing in the queue for 14 hours to view the Queen as she lay in state. That man could have gone ahead in line, anytime. Good morning, Kathy. Kathy, well, congratulations. 61 years ago today. That's fantastic, Kathy. My goodness, lady, you don't look like you've been married 61 years. Apparently that marriage is working out. It's good to know. So anyway, I don't know why I watched it, but I did. I love to watch the part where her children and grandchildren stand on the corners where her coffin at her coffin. I don't know. I just love to watch it. They come down the steps and you hear Eugenie and Beatrice heels clicking on those. It's almost like the steps are hollow It makes such a noise. And they stand there. I think it's a 15-minute thing that they stand there totally still. Oh, is it, Jackie? I don't like hearing that. You have to tell me. You have to send me an email and let me know, and I promise I won't tell anybody. He seems like a wonderful man. Well, they knight everybody else. They did Tom Jones, and okay, Jackie. Sounds awful. I'm still going to like him no matter what. So there's that. Well, I'm glad to see y'all here today. There's 21 of you. Oh, okay, Jackie. Good to know. Good to know. So I'm going to like him no matter what anyway. I just have a different. I have had a terribly busy week, and they are gone for the weekend because they are really good parents. They take their children places and have fun things to do. And they work so hard during the week that on the weekends they like to take their children. Well, here is like 97-degree days, and the heat index is way more than that. That's in the hundreds. Yeah. And yesterday, now the day that it rained a little bit and they still worked in the rain, but it cooled things off wonderfully. And then the next day we had a nice breeze. But yesterday, I'm going to talk about that old chap in a minute. Yesterday, it was super, super hot. And, they got that fire going out there. And I got out there by the fire, and I had to get way back because even as far back as I was, I could still feel that heat of that fire. And I went out there last night after they left because the stuff that's down in that pile starts flaring up. And the next thing you know, we got smoke everywhere. And that drives me nuts because I'm thinking that nutty neighbor of mine is going to think, thank you, Jackie, that nutty neighbor is going to think that I'm burning his woods down after he started that huge fire. Yes, Diane, and I'm ashamed of myself, and I'll tell you why. Oh, Rachel, that's so sweet. Good morning, Diana. Oh, okay. Okay. Good morning, Rambling Rose. Good to see you. Y'all are so sweet. All of you, so sweet. So let me tell you about that chap that looks older. Good morning, Sharon. Good to see you and welcome. I got irritated with him because I was out there filming and I got away from everybody so that I could make my little film thing. Anything for YouTube. And he comes walking over there and sits down where I am. And he starts talking, and he talks, and he talks, and he talks, and he mumbles. And it's hard for me to understand him, but I wanted, good morning, LL Jean. Glad you could make it today. And I wanted to speak in my video. And I honestly told him, I said, I'm going to have to mute you. I did, told him that. And he popped off with some kind of stuff that I didn't want to hear, and I turned him off. I just turned it off. Went in later. Okay. Fast forward to yesterday. The man does talk all the time. He talks constantly. He never shuts up. And he goes off on some tangent. You mention, if you would mention something, he's always got to put his 10 cents in. Well, you need closed captions, Jackie. That's what you need. Turn on your closed captions. But they worked yesterday, and they worked hard. And they have other guys that came up In other words, they had increased their crew yesterday. And boy, I have a video I'm going to put up today, and you will see how much they got done in just 3 days. I can't believe it, because he told me at first it was going to take, yes, it is. Yes, it is, Diane, Texas Talk. He told me it was going to take them 2 weeks. But man, did they get some work done yesterday. Fantastic. Anyway, back to the guy. So yesterday evening when they got ready to go, it was so darn hot on them, y'all. They were just sweating like pigs. This man went in my house, my house over there, and he wanted to change his clothes, and because he was so dirty, he wanted to change his clothes, and that's what he went in there for. And then he came out, and he was sitting on the steps, and he put his shoes on, his tennis shoes. And he said, "Miss Mary, thank you." And I thought that's what he said, but I wasn't sure of it. And I said, "What?" And he said, "Thank you for giving us work." Okay. So I'm ashamed of myself because I griped about him. I really am. Yeah, I hear you, Rambling Rose. He was thankful that he was out here carrying stuff and putting it on the fire and cleaning up, and he was walking back and forth and back and forth. He really, when he was working, he didn't stop. He was just constantly, he's slow, but he was doing it just the same. Now they do take breaks ever so often, but he needed work, and he was thanking me for I allowed him to work. And I said to him, "Well, you are quite welcome. Thank you for coming out here and working." But my whole opinion of this man changed in that instant. And it made me think that I don't need to be so darn judgmental. We never know what's going on in the lives of someone else. We never know what they don't say. And I thought at that moment, I was honestly ashamed of myself for even saying anything that wasn't right. I shouldn't have said that. He irritated the heck out of me, yeah. But he didn't know he was irritating me, y'all. He didn't know. And all he wanted was that at his age, and now I don't know how old he is. I can't believe he's older than me. But he was working really hard, and he was so sweaty, and his clothes were so wet. Yes, hi, Cheryl. How are you? It's good to see you today. It's a good lesson, isn't it? I wasn't mean to him, but I didn't talk to him much. You know what I mean? He was working, and I didn't talk to him much, and I heard him talk about things, and I didn't chime in and say anything to him. And then there he was. He was just thankful that I had given him work. He's thankful that I let him come out here and work like a workhorse. Good morning, Juanita. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. So I had a good lesson yesterday. I sure did. Nope, we don't, LL Jean. We never know. What is that saying? Be kinder than necessary. Because everyone we meet is fighting some kind of battle. And that is true. Every single person in this room right now has some kind of battle they're going through. Right, Joy? Okay, Diana, you be careful, my dear. You be careful. She's going into the store, y'all, and she's listening in her ear. Well, I talk to Rachel. I talk all the time. I never shut up. That's a thing. And there's no telling who I irritate. I feel sorry for him, Jackie. It's horrible. Not without Jared, the guy that hires him to work, because he's somebody that has to be shown what to do. He's not somebody like the others were that anticipate and know automatically what they need to do. They each knew what their job was, and Jared's done a real good a good job of relegating certain jobs to certain guys out there. And everybody has a job, and they were just back and forth like little ants, you know? Oh my gosh, Jackie. But I'm sure Jared, I've got some more work. They're not done out here. They'll be back Monday. And I'm sure they'll have him with him. And I realize now he's not a family member, but Jared gives him work. So think it's Jared that's good to him. Yeah, laborers. We're called that too, but without the U. There are laborers here, but without the U, Jackie. Yeah, he's the kind of guy, there are things that we do, and somebody said, "Oh, you need help doing that." And I'd say, "Well, I would rather do it myself than have to teach somebody else to do what I already know, so I don't get a lot of help that way." Do we? Yeah, oh, yeah, in a lot of things. We don't use those U's for some reason. Ella Jean on Facebook. I have a group that I'm in, and everybody puts on there everything from help. I have no food. Good morning, Liz. They were working hard. Everybody puts on there, I need somebody to mow my yard, or I need somebody to bake a birthday cake, or this. And I put on there one day that I needed this job, and Jared had answered me a lot. It's months and months ago. Well, I put a new job on, I needed somebody to help me with paint my house and so that kind of thing. He got in contact with me again, because he didn't want to mess with that mobile home at the time. He didn't want to do it. That's a heck of a job, y'all. I mean, it's one big, hard job. So he came out to do the house, and he was doing those things and painting and all that. And he said, I've been thinking about this mobile home. I can tear it down. And so we came to an agreement. But y'all, I have never in my life, except for my Bobby and Brian, and maybe even me, see people who can do as much as Jared can do. He can do plumbing, he can do electrical, he can do building, he can do painting, he can, when those people over there kicked my door in, he came out here and put me a new door up there. I mean, he can do pretty much of everything. And his wife, she anticipates his every single need. If he's up on the roof, he goes up a ladder on the roof, and she sees him move to the other side, she moves that ladder over. If he needs something out of his toolbox, she anticipates what it is. Oh, yeah, I've got him, Ella Jean. I sure. Good morning, Brenda. Jackie, they took away 2 big trailer full of 2x4s and 4x4s and plywood and insulation that looked like it was brand new. This was the wood that was inside the walls, so it was never exposed to the sun or the rain or that kind of thing. It was like brand new. They were still the color of brand new wood. It's amazing how much was on there. And I was thinking, man, I could use some of those 4x4s. But boy, howdy. Yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stuff that they can reuse. Yeah. And they are remodeling their house too. They live in a mobile home. They're building a new bedroom and bathroom on it. And he's already told me, he said, good morning, JB. Good to see you. Hey, Carol. Good morning. How are you? So yeah, they're going to get to use all that wood, and they took the bathtub. She said in her new bathroom, they wanted, she always wanted a bath because she likes taking baths. And that bathtub that was over in the mobile home was almost brand new. Bobby and I had put it in, and it wasn't used very much. So that she can keep. Also, the bathroom sink, the kitchen sink, light fixtures, some windows. Unfortunately, they broke one of the double pane windows out here. I don't know why, but they did. And anyway, so there's a lot of great stuff that they can use in their house or on other jobs. I'm happy about that, Jackie. I like it when, I'm not only paying them for the job, but they can use the things that they need from the job to make their life better. I think that's great. Yeah, just dirt. Now they have to see about me too, Joy. Now they have to see about getting that frame, because that's a monster heavy steel frame that's under that mobile home. Those things are cute. They're that thick. Good morning, Leonora. It's good to see you. Thank you. So it's going to be a booger trying to get that thing out of here. And then they got to get a tractor out here and scoop up off the stuff that's on the burn pile. They're going to scoop it all up and take it away. So I shouldn't have anything there but clean ground, starting over. No, I'm not going to put any seed back there. That's behind it. And I'm not going to plant anything that I have to mow. I'm not going to do it. That's just too much. So I'm going to leave it alone. That area will never be used for anything anyway. And I am going to put up a fence, though, and I'm going to use cattle panel, the same stuff that I used around my patio. And I know how to do that. Brian and I can do that, to set the posts and then put that cattle panel on there. And then so that whoever rents the house won't have easy access to the back. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to rent to anybody with a dog anyway. I know. I mean, he cut that off. Yes, they are LL Jean. Those things, those metal frames are built to last. That's for sure. It will, Jackie. It will. And I just keep it mowed down. It'll be fine. Thanks, Connie. Thank you very much. I have another one I'm going to put up today. Ah, good, Diana. You headed home. You use Friskies, huh? Well, no, Diane. No, I pay for the water. They'll be out there watering that thing every 5 minutes. So, no, they can't have a garden. Yeah, because one of them I think is almost 30 minutes long. And the one I do today, I don't know, it's 24, 25 long. So, yeah, this is my longest videos I've made in a long, long time for sure. I got over there yesterday while they were out there working and started painting the hall in the house. Yeah, Diana, I'm glad about that. I'm glad about that. So it doesn't take anything off the bill at the end, but That's okay, because I wouldn't be able to use that stuff anyway. So I started painting the hall, and I used too small of a brush, roller, and I know better than that. I used a little bitty foam roller. Yes. Um, no, it won't screen the house, but I've got big shrubs and stuff planted over here. I can't see them. Wow, Leonora, that's horrible. So I used too small of a roller, and I know better than that. It was also a foam roller, and my thinking on that was it's easier to clean out than one of those great big rollers and pans. Well, when you use that kind of thing, the paint goes on super thin. It just super thin, so I'm going to have to paint it. But I'll get the big roller out this afternoon and big paint, and I will finish off the hall. So I'm working my way toward the front. Is what I'm doing. Yes, Joy. The understanding is good, Diana. You be careful, drive carefully, and then you can feed your babies when you get home. The thing is, Joy, it's what I understand. If you can watch 30 seconds of an ad, then I get the benefit of it. It helps it's called algorithms. I don't really understand how that works. But just watch 30 seconds of the ad now that you brought that up. Thank you. Because if you can just watch 30 seconds, it pays me. It doesn't pay me much. I can't remember how much it is. You believe, it's amazing what YouTube makes off of their subscribers. Do you know there are YouTubers that make thousands of dollars a month? I'm talking about upwards of $10,000 a month. Can you believe it? Now you know. Thank you, Sharon. That's right, Jackie. I know. Isn't that funny? YouTube is watching. They do. And that happens in the comments too. Yes, every time you watch it, Leonora, it does. Every time. It adds up. Oh, that's great, Juanita. I'm glad to hear that you're getting better. I don't know how our dear Darlene is doing. I saw that she was on the our Facebook group. I think I think it was yesterday. It may not have been, but she's undergoing treatments, and so I haven't heard from her. Nearly arrested at Walmart. Thanks, Juanita. Thank you. He did, this guy came up to me behind me. He said my red light above the station I was at came on. I didn't see the red light, but it's almost like he knew that red light was going to come on, y'all. And I kind of went, well, like, okay, take me away. Can you imagine? Y'all, that's unnerving. That is unnerving. Because I didn't do anything, and I'm just wondering how many people that happens to. It's like, oh, and another thing, let me tell you this: because it was 7:30 in the morning, there were very few. Yes, Barbara. And hi, how are you? I'm glad you came in. That's right, Barbara. Um, there were a few shoppers in the store. But in this large area where oh, Leonora, thank you for coming in today. You have a great day. Yeah, Rachel, that's a good deal. Anyway, I was the only one in the area with the checkouts. I'm not sure, Jackie. I'm not sure. One thing I know there are a lot of people that like to go like shop at midnight or whatever. I would never do that. Never, never, never. There's too much meanness in the world, and you know those parking lots are huge, and it just scares me. Soothing voice. Oh my gosh, y'all! I was watching it. Thank you, Barbara. That's sweet. Uh, I was watching a video yesterday of mine. I sound like cornbread. I really do. Just pure cornbread and loud and I have a soft voice, but what is it teachers called? Use your inside voice when you talk, and I don't, especially if I'm outside. I don't, I use my outside voice. Well, I like the self checkouts because I can put my items, the ones I want together, like cold things together, canned things, and you know other things. I mean, there's nothing worse than somebody putting your groceries with the bread on the bottom and the can of Cokes on top. No, Jackie, I've always felt like that. A long, long time ago when we had tape recorders, I I taped some Bible verses for my husband's grandmother, and I made a whole tape out of them. And when I played that back, I thought, oh my God, this is what other people are hearing, and I may never speak again. I know everybody does, Jackie. Everybody thinks that. There are people who have these wonderful voices. It's like a melody. I've never had that. So I've always wanted that. Well, I can't honestly think of a YouTuber that has a voice that's real sweet and soft and all. You sound like a man, Connie. I doubt it. Oh, Diane, see? Yeah, I do not go out of my house after dark. I don't. Yes, she did, Juanita. She had a beautiful everything, actually. Yeah, she had a wonderful voice. But no, I don't. Thank you, thank you, Rachel. Thank you very much. That helps me. That helps me too, y'all. The thumbs up and the comments. When you make comments, that helps too. Oh my gosh, LL Jean. They had that little thing. What are they put those that makes the bell sound. You know what I'm talking about. Me too, Juanita. I can't drive at night. I'm afraid of it. The lights coming toward me. I feel I have to watch where the side of the road is and look away from the lights because it really bothers me. I just don't like to go out at night. The lights just blind me. But another reason, before we had cell phones, good morning, Becky. Before we had cell phones, I've broken down on the road before and having to walk to a gas station. And thank goodness when that happened, this very nice lady stopped and picked me up. And I guess she figured I wasn't going to rob her or anything. Yeah, Barbara, I can remind people to do that, but you know, I don't know. That's sort of like saying, "Can you go to PayPal and give me $1 of your money?" I would never, ever, ever do something like that. Good morning, Mary Ann. Jackie, she said, LL Jean, you must have looked suspicious. LL Jean's going to come down here and help me take care of my neighbor. We're going to take care of him. I don't know how yet, and I'm leaving that up to her. If you're speaking to me, Juanette, he's doing great. He's doing great. I hope that he will help me with my fence that I'm going to put up because he's really good at it. I hate to ask him; he's got an awful lot on his plate, but I will wait. I'll bide my time until he has something to do. She would sort him. Absolutely. Juanita, they're good. I know, Barbara. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. They're good. I have to feed them in separate parts of the yard. So I have kitties I have to feed on the front porch. I have kitties I have to feed on the back patio. And then another kitty out there that's mean as the devil that I have to feed further out on the patio so he will leave my others alone. Thank you, Diane. He is. He is a good boy. I know, Jackie. I feel sorry for her. I've never done that, Rodney. I know you can do it, but I don't want to learn. I don't want to learn. I'm learning more than I want to learn. And so I'm okay with it. I have 11, Juanita, and two of them are real mean. But I was out there this morning, and one of the mean ones came up, and my little Ginger is afraid of him. So I sat in the chair out there, and I fed him on one side and Ginger on the other side. I My little Callie that lives next door, I hate that she's over there, but she won't come over here and be nice to anybody. She doesn't feel comfortable over here around my cats at all. And so she's over there, and I don't know what I'm going to do if I ever get new tenants. Yes, Rachel. Yes, I do. And I'm blessed every single day. Every single day. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I get renters over there. First of all, we're going to have a big talk. No, he hasn't, Connie, and it's a good thing. I think she does, Jackie. I hate it that she lives under the house. She's a beautiful cat. She needs to be clean. But I'm going to have a big talk with future prospects on renting because if they don't like cats, oh, they have to, Jackie, or they can't rent my house. That's all there is to it. I mean, no, if they can't be kind to my animals, they're gone. They're not even getting there in the first place. I know that sure does limit, the prospects, but I'm the one that started this. I'm the one that allowed Mama Ma over here in the first place, and she brought her babies over here to the patio. I'm the one that began this whole nightmare. It's a nightmare. Feeding them and making sure they've got clean water every day. And so far, now Mama Ma, I have not seen her in over a week, but she does that. You remember, she's the original feral. So she goes off. Jackie, Yes, I had one of those crashes. I call them my spells. A couple of weeks ago when Brian was here. Remember me telling you about he went immediately to the store and brought me back some Gatorade, that new Gatorade, and I love it. It's delicious. I haven't had time to paint in a long time, and I used to love to paint. I love that more than anything. Well, maybe planting flowers or vegetables. I love that too. I haven't done any in a good while. I've got two in the house, five sweet ones on the patio, one mean one on the patio. Miss Callie, who's sweet. Mama Sita's over there. She was at my door yesterday wanting food, and I went out. I said, "Oh, there you are." And I went out there and took her food. Well, you would think, LL Jean, wouldn't you? You would think. People don't, I don't mean all people. Maybe so, Jackie. Not all people treat rent property the way these last people treated mine. Remember me telling you that she told me they were homeless and living in their car. I just don't believe it anymore. I just don't. Um, but there was not one single thing that they did when they lived there that wasn't destructive in some way, even if you want to call being filthy as being destructive. Because she would fry food on the stove, put fried stuff in the oven, and that grease got all over that inside of that stove as thick as you ever saw in your life and burned out a heating element. And I had to replace the heating element. And I'm quite sure that's the way the woman is, no matter where she goes. I did that once, Rodney. I did a little video on painting rosebuds. Really easy to paint rosebuds. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that, Jackie. That's the problem. That's the problem. I did. Well, look, y'all, Rachel, others listening. I got a house that's going to be ready to rent in a month or so. If anybody wants to come down, let's talk about it. I'm not kidding. And if you live on Social Security, I will slash the price on that rent for you. And I'm serious. If you want a house to live in out in the country, and you got to like my cats, you don't have to feed them, but you got to be nice to them. I will reduce the rent so that it will coincide with what you can pay. I know it, L. Jean. You're right. That makes me upset. I hope so, Barbara. Man, I still got so much to do. Juanita, I don't know. I don't know what kind of paperwork I need to do. Okay, Connie, pack up and come on, girl. We'll get in there and we'll figure out what colors you like most. Paint the walls. Um, some people just have no pride at all. I would be embarrassed and ashamed if I had people coming to my house and it was in that condition that they left that one in. She she's one of those people that just thought she could do anything. Okay, Diane, nice of you to come. Thank you. It might, Juanita. I'll check into that. I'll read up on that. I know, Rachel, bless your heart, I would help you with your boys. I really would. Wouldn't it, Jackie? Yeah, I got a place for you sitting right here, Connie. Right here. Connie's got girls up there where she is. She's not gonna want to leave her daughters. I know, Becky. I have to be real careful on how to do that though. Firebug Fred. Yeah, yeah. Ella Jean, I think you would hate the weather here. You would hate those 100-degree days in the summertime. Well, Connie, I got a lot of land for you to plant your garden, flowers or vegetables. Hey, you and I could have a great big vegetable garden. Yes, you would, Jackie. Yeah, Juanita, I'm gonna have to do that. Brian's got a some kind of app that he uses, and I'm gonna ask him about it. This time, I'm gonna have to do. I want to check their rent history. You know, talk to people that they've rented from. Apparently, wherever these people next door moved to, they did not give that new landlord their rent history. I have no idea where they moved. I have no idea. They may not even be in this town anymore. I know, Diane. That bothers me too, Diana. That bothers me. We knew what you meant. We knew you didn't mean hoe. So I'm gonna check, and I want to check their, you know, see that they can afford to rent, and hi, Lynn. It's good to see you. Lynn, my daughter lives in Frisco. That's right up the road from you. Thank you so much, Marianne. I'm gonna, this woman, when she moved in here, she had three little chihuahuas, and I can imagine those three little chihuahuas, her son, who was 21, and her living in a truck. So I rented to her, and I didn't charge her a darn penny for having those dogs. And in the time she lived there, those dogs never, ever went outside. She put diapers on them. That's right, Rachel. I believe that too. Tornadoes. I know it. Thank you, Diana. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, Lynn. It's really grown up, hadn't it? I'm going to tell you, Lynn, I haven't been up there in about 10 years. Joy. Yeah. You would be the perfect tenant for sure. Yep, yep. Our heat index was 97. You're in Frisco, Texas? Mar. Yeah, my daughter lives there. She's lived there, gosh, 20 years. I bet it's really grown because it was one of the fastest growing cities in Texas a few years ago. So it's probably really grown up. Oh, I can't remember the subdivision she lives in. I can't remember the name of it. Preston Lakes, or the lakes, the lakes on, I can't remember. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate you. Juanita, they do all the time. They go out to country roads and they dump their puppies off, or their old mama dogs that aren't cute anymore. Puppy is adorable with little sweet puppy breath and people love it, but then it grows up and it's not as pretty anymore. And so they dump them. And that's shameful. I got to think that the Lord has a special, an interesting future for people who abuse animals. Puppies, elderly animals, cats, little kittens. Now, those are God's creatures, and that's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to take care of them. Yeah, I don't know about Fresno, but yeah, we have a Frisco. It's up near Dallas. It's a subdivision, sort of a subdivision of Dallas. It's good ways, but still. Dallas is just spread out and Frisco's on one section of it. Nice place. Oh, is it Fresno? I do too, Juanita. I do too. And I do believe that we're supposed to take care of God's creatures. And I do. That's what I do. And every so often I find a new one out there. And as long as they want to be here, I'll feed them and give them a place to live. I wish I didn't have to rent that house, y'all. I wish I didn't. Because, I would just have food bowls lined up on that front porch over there. I'd have a cat door to where they could go in and get on those big old windows, that's in that sunroom. LL Jean calls it a sunroom. It's got windows all the way around and great big plate glass windows on the end. And I could have cat trees and stuff all the way across. Maybe it does, Connie. I told you about if you got a purpose to get up in the morning, you'll usually get up and get that purpose going. Otherwise, you just waste away. Oh my gosh. Wow, Jackie. Lynn, I have a Russian blue. His name is LG the Mighty Warrior. Oh, I'm glad she's doing better. Hi, Chris. Thank you for coming in today. I hope you're doing well. Catopia. Hotel Catopia. That's my wish, LL Jean. That's what I want to do. Rodney likes cats, birds, and giraffes. Well, you probably don't have many giraffes where you are, Rodney. It bothers me that my animals are outside because I can't control where they go and what they do. And that's my problem. See, if I could have them within those four walls and take care of them, I could see to it that they're never hurt or run over by a car or abused by some neighbor. That's one reason why I don't just throw a fit at this crazy neighbor of mine, y'all. It's real easy for him because he's got his land borders three sides of my property. It will be real easy for him to get on his tractor and ride on one of those sides and dump out some hamburger meat with poison in it. And that's what I fear the most. Okay, Rodney, glad you cleared that up. I was wondering if you had giraffes around. Thank you so much, Lynn. Oh, no, Jackie. No, you can't let that, Marge. It will take a while. They would get used to one another, I'm sure, but it's going to take a while. Miss Key. Well, I wish I could show y'all where she is right now. Rachel, yeah. Miss Key has taken up residence, y'all, in my bathroom sink. She eats and drinks and she runs in the bathroom and gets in the bathroom sink. And it's one of those, it's not a big sink, it's not as big as Miss Key is. So she is stuffed in there, and part of her is under the faucet. And I had to get her out of the sink this morning so I could even brush my hair or what. I don't know, Lynn. It's crazy. You need a tractor, LL Jean, for the giraffe. I love Miss Key too. She's sweet as she can be to me now. Y'all remember when she was a holy terror? She was, she she attacked me ever constantly. I had blood running down my hands where she scratched me up and scars all over me. But now she's sweet as can be, and she got that way after I got Pumpkinhead. Yeah, Becky, I was thinking that. Now, at first, she was in the bathtub. She liked to lay in the bathtub, and now she's in the the sink. But she's just stuffed in there, y'all. She's like her body overflowing the outside. Aren't they beautiful, Diana? My LG is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, Lynn. You watch some YouTube videos on how to take care of abscesses. That's another horrible thing I do. I watch YouTube videos on cuts, scratches, and abscesses. No, because Pumpkinhead, I'm gonna look because I see Pumpkinhead's head over. Pumpkinhead is in the sink. I mean, Miss Key is in the sink, and Pumpkinhead is sitting on the edge of the sink, but they're both in there on the sink. I know. Let's see. Wait. Give me a second. I'll show you. I'll go film it. Do it before she gets up. Miss Key in the sink is what I'm going to show you. Here I go. What are you doing? What do you need to be in there for? What's wrong with you? I'm going to show them what you're doing. Let's see if it works. All right, let me find it. Oh, shoot, I've got hair in my face. I don't think you can see her. You can see Pumpkinhead, but I don't think you can see Miss Key. Miss Key's on this side. Let me try it again. Show them what you're doing. Let me start over. Dadgummit. Miss Key, what are you doing? What do you need to be in there for? What's wrong with you? Bye-bye, Lynn. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to show them what you're doing. I'll put that in another video then. Hilarious. Both of them crammed in the sink in there. Yeah. Yeah, she turned her head. She knows her name, that's for sure. I don't know why they're both in there. No, Juanita, I'm not. I can't afford it. Keto is expensive. I think so too, Jackie. Yeah, I'll put it in the video so y'all can see it. It's weird. Crazy cats. LG and Georgie get up on the house on the roof all the time. And when I go out there to feed him, I can hear he jumps down on the patio. You know, the patio cover is metal, and you can hear him walking across till he gets to the fence, and then he jumps down. Yeah, that's right. The lifeguard, just in case. That's right. In case she turns on the water. But she likes it in there. I don't know. So she's not bothering anything. She's not hurting anything. I don't need the sink right now anyway. She's a silly girl. If they love one another, they're good to one another. Oh, we've been here an hour, y'all. I know, Juanita, me too. I hate it. I'm beginning to love that house over there, y'all. Wait till you see. No, Jackie, they're too hot for coffee. Too hot. They bring an ice chest with them, and it has, well, it's got Cokes and stuff like that. They ought to have Gatorade, but you know, men are weird. Let me tell you. Oh, not you, Rodney. I don't mean you, because I'm sure you don't do this. So they drink their Coke, you know, and they just throw the can down on the ground. They throw their cigarettes down on the ground. You know, women don't do stuff like that. They take their empty Coke bottle or can and put it in the trash. I wish I could, Juanita, but I honestly, you know, I'm 76 years old. The moving alone would probably be the death of me. Trying to get all this stuff out of there, everything packed, then unpacked, and put up where I need it to be would be so incredibly hard for me. And I already mentioned the other day on that house over there, that's going to be my last project. I know I can't do it anymore. I was mowing my yard and weed eating. They're doing great, Chris. Thank you for asking. They're, you know, all of them are great. I love them, everyone. They've already done it, Jackie. What do you see? What do you see? It's on today's video. I haven't posted it yet. I mean, I'm shocked. Hey, ZZ, I wondered where you were. It's good to see you today. They've already done that, Jackie. It's shocking. And the thing is, so I watched, and they were taking the roof down and all that stuff. And I came over here, and I was sitting in my recliner watching. It's always good to see you, ZZ. And they came knocking on, one of them came knocking on the door and said, "Do you want to film? The roof is coming down." And I said, "Oh my gosh, yes." And I got my camera quickly and got over there. But the wind blew, believe it or not, it was ready to come down. The wind blew and crashed, and you can hear me going, "Oh no," because I missed the big fall down. I hate that, but I missed it. Well, yeah. But women don't do stuff like that. And Rodney didn't do stuff like that. You put your trash in the trash can, and the cigarette butts, you throw them on the fire out there or something, but don't throw them down in my yard. I don't want to pick up somebody's nasty cigarette butts. But it's not important enough for me to complain to them about. I'm not going to do that. Jackie girl, ZZ girl. Yes, ZZ, I do. I knew that she was back, ZZ. She was gone for about a year, I think. Uh-huh. She's been gone for about a year. She does videos, and she cooks, and y'all, my lights are flickering. Did you see that? My lights were flickering. I hope they don't. ZZ, I liked her a lot, and I would uh, tell y'all about her channel all the time. Yeah, I do too, Jackie. I was so glad last night they were gone. I came in here and got my shower right quick and ate my dinner, and I'm glad they were gone. I could. Hi, Mustang Hill. I didn't know you were here. You snuck up on me. Um, I could, but you don't know what all I've got. I've got so much stuff. It's almost like a store, you know. It really is. It's almost like a store. And then I got to put it all up. It's not just moving it there; it's putting it all up. Anyway, I liked her a lot. I really, really was fond of Vonda very much. And something happened, and it was during one of my lives, and she stopped coming here, and I haven't seen her in over a year. And I really hate that that happened because I really did like her. And she's most welcome to come back anytime she wants. She's welcome here. So I hate what happened. And I'll just tell you right now, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it. But I'm sorry that happened. So that problem has been corrected, by the way. Yeah, I have a fridge that has a um, ice maker in it. I have a very nice stove over there that woman nearly beat to death. Bang, 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 bang. I think that's what she did with her skillet. And I have an over the stove microwave, a big, nice microwave. Oh no, she lost Charlie. Oh, I hope she comes back too. So Vonda, if you're listening, you are welcome here, and I promise you, what happened will never happen again. I have fixed that problem, and it won't be back in here. So you are welcome here, and I miss you. I sure do. So there, that's the best apology I can give, being that it's something that was out of my control. So that's that. Yes, ma'am. I've done all I can do. I can't do any more. Things happen among folks. I will never do most of the cooking. No, No, y'all know I don't like it. I've had a lot of people say, "Why don't you do a cooking show?" Are you kidding me? I'm gonna tell you, I would rather cut my grass with scissors than do a cooking show. So there's that. There's that. Won't do it. Oh, Juanita. You know, my Daisy. I lost my little Daisy. No, LL Jean. No, that's true. I'm not a cook, but Debbie is in Ohio. That's great. Thank you so much. Thing. No, Becky, anytime you ask for a friend, I just know doing it here. I don't know, but it's got to be if that many of you are problems, it's something to do with. Yeah, problem with my internet. I guess I saw it. Um, the lights flickering. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do to fix it. Somebody let me know if you notice it's doing better. Well, I don't see anything that says this is the first time this has happened. No, LL Jean, no. It's doing better, Juanita. Yeah, Sharon. Thank you. Getting better. Oh, that's great. Thank y'all. I don't know what it was. We just had a big mess there. Minute, y'all. I'm so sorry. That happened in a long, long time. Yay! Yay! Yeah, but there's been some bad weather, things like that. But and it's possible that they're working on the line somewhere. Oh no, Diana. Still in and out for LLG. Jackie, still not right. Oh, I'm not doing anything, ZZ. I hate the 4th of July. I really hate it because people around here in the country set off fireworks and it scares the heck out of my cats. And they run off, and it's terrible. We are not celebrating getting rid of you. No, pesky British. You said that one time. Oh, here's my fireworks, fireworks for the day. Beautiful queen and her beau. And she beautiful for the day. Hi, Carol. Is it Juanita? Dadgummit. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll probably reset my internet yesterday because it went totally out. So something's going on. Oh, Rachel, thank you so much. Hi, Carol. It's good to see you today. Am I still breaking up, y'all? I don't know. I bet so. I never thought about that. Thanks, Susie. That makes me sad. I had to reset it yesterday because it went totally out. Got rid of the colonies. That's right. Do you, Rodney? Interesting. Well, Rodney, you're up. Oh, y'all don't forget. Here's some. Mine, he's doing well. Thank you, ZC. Unfortunately, Jackie, yes, they are popular for people who have a lot of money to burn up. That's the way I look at it. I don't understand the reason for it. I think this is the time when people's dogs disappear out of their backyards and they don't know where they are, and it's a mess. I hope not, Diana. I hope not. It's odd for them, isn't it, to be gone overnight? Oh, Ella Jean. Oh, that's good, Becky. I hear. I didn't know that Zizi, she hurt her. She got a concussion. She came in contact with a horse, and they're saying she didn't fall off the horse at all, but somehow her head and this horse came together, and she got a concussion. Right, worth staying up for. That's right. In here. Way to go, y'all. It was. At first, that happened. And I'm thinking, that family doesn't need any more of that. They don't need any more of that tragic stuff going on. They've had enough. Yep. Oh, Carol, that's so dangerous. Yeah, it scares my kitties outside. I'm scared to death that they're going to run off and go up that what you call him? What'd you call him? Something Fred. Ella Jean. What'd you call him? I can't remember what you said he was. Something Fred. Oh wow, I'd love that, Diana. $1,000 fine. Jackie, you mean no? I don't guess I have. Are you? You're not talking the one about the one that looks like an abstract? I don't guess I've seen it. She was walking along. They said walking, and somehow this horse either hit her head, or whatever that was. Yeah, I don't have a horse. No, not all Texans have horses. Firebug Fred. That's him. That's him. Firebug Fred. I call him the Wow Man, WOW Man, because when he first came up here screaming at me, and my Bobby was laying on the inside of it in the hospital bed in the last days of his life, and that guy's out there screaming at me because I have a smoke coming up out of burn pile. I told him to get off my property and don't ever come back. And he goes, wow, wow. He got out to the car and he's going, wow. So I'm thinking, obviously, nobody, no woman, ever told him off. He's a bully. I hadn't seen him in a while. Okay. Oh my gosh, Diana. Now I'm worried. Something's bad going on, but I hope not. Yeah, Jackie, me too. I'm scared of them too. Thanks, Shadow. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry about that. Dadgummit. It's happening again. Well, hopefully I get it fixed before next week. But I thank y'all all for coming in. I tell you what, I think maybe we just need to close it down. And I will go work on my video that I want to put up. I heard something. Something. Heard something. I don't know what it is with the internet. But what I will do is turn everything off. Oh, I do, Carol? Oh my gosh, Rachel? Go tend to your horses. Put on my cowboy hat and my boots and get on my horse. Thanks, Debbie. You too. Thanks for coming in. Juanita, my absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming in. Y'all, Jackie, thank you. Zizi, great to see you. It's great to see all of y'all so much. So I'm going to go and I'm going to restart my internet and then I'm going to put my video up and I'll put this key in the sink in there. And maybe we'll be okay. And maybe by Wednesday, everything will be okay and we'll have a Wednesday. Okay. All right, everybody. Rachel, I hope your boys are doing great. I really do. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much. I love y'all so much. Bye-bye.